welcome to this special Memorial Day edition of Cooking with Como. Whether you're hosting your own backyard barbecue or bash, or simply looking for a delicious dish to wow your host at a picnic, we have you covered. And as we celebrate the unofficial kickoff of summer, grilling is taking center stage. That's why we have Chris Kapow with the Dizzy Pig here for some great tips on grilling delicious meats.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you coming by today. Now, we're doing chicken and pork, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which are one of the most commonly overcooked meats.
Right.
And we have a pork tenderloin.
Perfect. And this is something nice to spice up your barbecue in addition to, you know, the classic burger and hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And they're as easy as a burger.
Which I think some people can get intimidated by, you know, kind of broadening their horizons. And you were saying seasoning is so important.
It really is. I mean, you want to get the flavor on the meat, and you want to build up that crust that not only looks good, but opens up your taste buds and gets your mouth excited.
Exactly. You want to have a party and really enjoy, you know, the Memorial Day holiday and your entire summer, because summer is all about grilling. So you were saying get a nice solid layer of seasoning over the meat.
Yeah, I think I took all the membranes and the excess fat off, and I'm going to take our Crossroads, which is our classic, you know, traditional Southern flavored barbecue seasoning.
And everybody loves a good Southern flavor barbecue seasoning.
It's windy out here.
It is a little windy.
Close, but I'm just kind of laying
My hair's feeling
it.
it.
It's not like a seasoning salt, which is really like salty.
Right.
Our stuff is mostly spices.
So you can be more generous.
Exactly. And, you know, like as long as you're getting good browning on it, then you can lay it on good and heavy. And the same thing with our classic Dizzy Dust, which is our original.
It smells really good. You can smell it from here.
Yeah, there's 25 different spices in
wow.
Dizzy Dust.
And where can people contact you if they want to pick up some of these spices for the barbecues?
At our website. It's dizzypigbbq.com, and if you put like Dizzy Pig into Google, it'll get you right there. But all kinds of great recipes on there, and you know, cooking tips, and you know, we're all about helping people make even better food than you're making now.
Well, we appreciate that. And you were saying that you love the green egg out of all the grills.
I love it. That's what I learned on. I mean, I had a gas grill until '98, and when I bought an egg, it changed my life. It's a very versatile cooker. You can do a lot of different things on it.
And what temperature do you set it, and how long do you cook the chicken and pork?
I'm at 450 here, which is a pretty high temperature, but I wanted to grill this stuff off and get a nice brown crust on it and have it done, you know, in 20 minutes or so I don't overcook it.
And you were saying one of the biggest problems people have with grilling that you've observed, and I know I'm guilty of it in the past as well, over flipping the chicken, pork, or burgers.
Yeah, you really don't need to flip it that much, especially with a burger, you know, and there are going to be a lot of hamburgers that are cooked this weekend, and just leave it alone and get a good crust on the bottom. At that time, by the time you get a crust, the burger's going to be mostly done.
So if you overflip it, you kind of ruin it.
And you're almost ready to put your cheese on.
And also this tool, because that will keep you on point for your barbecuing.
Oh, you need an instant read thermometer. I'd highly recommend it. It'll tell you exactly what the temperature is, and you want to find the coldest part of your meat, because all the layers
so the most dense center of it
are different temperatures. Yeah, you have to make sure you get in the middle.
And what temperature do you want for the chicken and the pork?
Well, the chicken here I took off at about 150 degrees, and during the rest it went up over 160 degrees. So they recommend 160 for chicken. I'd like to take it off a little shy of that because it's still cooking after you pull it.
Well, that's a really great tip as well. Thank you for that. I'm really excited for the grilling of the entire summer season. Memorial Day, obviously a great time to spend with friends and family. And you were saying earlier you want to relax and enjoy the day. Don't stress too much.
Don't stress too much. Don't overthink it. It's just a grill.
You say that.
People, I teach engineers all the time. They're looking at their watch and they're looking at the thermometer and they're not paying any attention to how the food is cooking. So it's more important how the food's cooking, and you can have a lot more fun that way and a lot less stress.
Well, that sounds good to me. I like less stress. So hot dogs, burgers, chicken, pork, anything else that you want to throw on the grill that you think is good for a holiday celebration?
Oh, anything you want to cook. All the lean meats are good. The hamburgers, hot dogs, of course, is what.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't change that. A lot of people are going to be cooking that this weekend. I love all kinds of chicken. Even the boneless, skinless thighs are really
those are good too. And if you didn't have any fancy seasoning at home, what would you suggest? Just some salt and pepper maybe?
Oh, salt and pepper is hard to go wrong with. You know, unless you're good at mixing spices, you don't want to guess too much. Maybe a little garlic.
Right.
You know, salt, pepper, garlic.
So you can keep it simple and clean.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want to try a piece of this chicken because it just looks like it's perfect. This is what everybody's goal is when they're grilling out. And stick around with us because as we continue, we're going to make some delicious, fresh summer veggies to pair with these great meats we just grilled up. We'll be right back. Wow, that's amazing.
Come.
Welcome back to our Memorial Day edition of Cooking with Como. We just gave you some tips on grilling amazing meat. And you know what, Chris? Chris is here from the Dizzy Pig, and we need to pair this with a very healthy summer side. Tell us what we're whipping up.
Good. This is great stuff. It's just fresh asparagus. It's a great time to buy asparagus now. We've got zucchini squash, Vidalia onions, mushrooms, and red and orange bell peppers. So it's a really colorful
It's a good, delicious mix. And it's a little something more special than, you know, just a salad.
Yeah, it's so easy to prepare. It only takes a couple minutes to cook. We'll be able to do this now.
And it's also great if you have any vegetarian guests at your barbecue or picnic and they're not so interested in the grilled meats, you can serve them this.
And everybody needs to eat their veggies. Okay,
yes, that's true.
So we have a couple tablespoons of canola oil. I'm cooking it in a wok that has holes in it.
Oh, very
So
cool.
a lot of the oil is going to fall off, but that'll help it from sticking.
So it still keeps it pretty healthy.
Yeah, a little bit of soy sauce. I like that for flavor, and a little salt, and a splash of sesame oil. Don't use too much of that.
Oh, I would have never thought to use the sesame oil. That's a good touch.
And then our shaking the tree is fresh ground lemon pepper. It's like the lemon pepper on steroids. It's real fresh and citrusy. And I'm going to use about a tablespoon and a half of that.
Yeah.
And just really toss it up.
And is this something you could prepare ahead of time and maybe keep in your refrigerator if you're hosting?
Yeah, you know, but it really doesn't take a long time.
Yeah.
So I would just put the oil on it and just go right on the grill. A real hot pan. You hear that sizzle?
So you get the wok hot ahead of time before you put the veggies in?
Yeah, it's sizzling hot. And I'm just going to spread those out. I'm not going to mess with them too much. And really, in about a minute, I'm going to stir it up, and they're going to be almost done.
So it's that quick?
It's that quick.
Now, let me ask you a question, because we do love the big green egg, but if you don't have one at home, what's the next best option? Do you prefer charcoal, gas? What do you think?
I prefer charcoal. Once I cooked on charcoal, it really opened my eyes to how much better it really is. And I'm not a snob. You can cook on whatever you want, but a Weber kettle is a great little cooker.
So if you have something little at home, you can still make it work and host your picnic.
Exactly. A lot of stuff you can build a fire in.
For sure, that is true. Now, aside from delicious vegetables, what are some other great sides? I know traditional coleslaw, potato salads. What are some tips you have for preparing the other sides for your picnic or barbecue?
Well, everybody's got a favorite potato salad, so ask your grandmother is what you need to do for potato salad, because everybody's got a family recipe that they pass around. A coleslaw, don't buy the bags, buy the cabbage and use a food
Make it fresh,
processor
do it
and
yourself.
get it done. And so that's the best tips I can give for that, but everybody's going to have a recipe.
So don't bother with the prepackaged kind of mass-produced stuff.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's expensive
Put
too.
a little love
it's
into
a lot
it.
more expensive.
It really is, and you can buy the potatoes and get it done ahead of time. I prefer the mayonnaise base for a picnic. That's just me.
I do too.
You do too?
Yeah.
It's really good. And what are some mistakes you see when people do try to make them homemade? For any kind of salad, do you think over seasoning or just not cooking the potatoes through?
Oh yeah, it's usually not enough seasoning. You know, it's salt. A lot of times I want salt. So if you're making it, taste it, and if you think it needs salt, put a little bit of salt in.
All right, those are very good tips. And just like that, our vegetables are ready to go. So we're gonna get those stirred up.
One little stir.
They look and smell incredible already. Look at that steam.
Yeah, and you know, it's so hot in here right now that these things are already hot. I need to get my gloves. I forgot them. Okay, would you grab my gloves so I can get this thing off here?
That is a very industrial strength looking glove because you don't want to burn yourself.
This thing is really hot right now.
That's another good
You
tip.
can
Make sure
see.
you have the proper tools out as you grill and barbecue this summer.
See how they're sizzling? There's a little bit of browning
That
on
looks
them.
so good.
And that is how you want to cook the vegetables and not overcook them. I mean, literally, that was about a minute and a half, I believe.
I'm gonna just get my little plate ready to go.
They should have a little bit of a crunch.
Definitely. So you want a crunch. You don't want to make them too mushy.
I think so. That's not how my mom cooked them.
No. All right. I'm gonna make sure it's temperature appropriate. Oh, that is so good.
Really simple, and you get that high heat going, you get the crunch. Plenty cooked.
Wow, I am super impressed. It pairs so well with this chicken.
Excellent.
I'm gonna have to invite you out
And your
to
body will
barbecue
thank
for
you
my
too.
next picnic.
Lots of good vitamins.
Well, Chris, thank you so much. Now that I've had my full meal, you know what comes next? Dessert. So we're
Dessert.
gonna head inside with Capital City Confectionery coming up. Stick around. We have all your barbecue and picnic treats for Memorial Day, and that's next.